Oh no, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United have to face Burnley on, I believe it's Sunday 4 o'clock kickoff, but I'm sure it's not on TV. I'm pretty sure of that. But anyway, so the team I've gone for is kind of the same team that lost to, well, it's the same formation that lost to Spurs Spurs on Monday night, and yeah, so we've gone with a 3-5-2, Sanchez and Lukaku up top, with Pogba behind, and then we've got Luke Shaw and Valencia on the wings, then we've got Fred and Herrera in midfield, then we've got Matic as the left-sided left back, and then we've got Bailly and Smalling and De Gea. So let's go into it and let's play match. So let's talk about let's talk about the last game, which obviously was the 3-0 loss towards Spurs. It was pretty much the battle of two halves, really. The first half, Man United were the better team, and then second half, obviously, Spurs were the better side. That first half from United, we played three at the back. We had Herrera, Smalling, and Jones as the back three, and then we had Valencia and Shaw as the wing backs. And oh my days, guys, it was probably the most. Oh my god, I can't believe I just passed out. That was probably the most attacking football we've seen for quite a long time from United. We just looked all over them. Apart from obviously the one part that we weren't all over them was the goals, obviously, because we wasn't. Oh, go on, Valencia. Oh, unlucky. Obviously was. The goals, and yeah, so let's talk about first half. Oh, that should be a goal. Yep, thank you. So let's talk about the first half. The first half, United, we started off pretty well. We lobbed the ball up to Lingard, headed the ball on for Lukaku, and then Lukaku had made a great touch, and Fred almost scored with the first, even with the first 2 or 3 minutes, we looked really good, and Fred had a shot that just went wide, but it was a great start for United, and then we controlled the ball pretty much quite a long time, and then Pogba had a shot, and but pretty much the best chance United had, it was Lukaku. He had an open goal. It was a bad pass from Danny Rose, I believe, and Lukaku intercepted it, and then he got it round Lloris, and all he had to do was put it in. It was, I do get it was a hard angle, and it was with his right foot. He tried to put it in, and he just couldn't. He tried to put it in, and it just went wide. Literally, oh my god, what a goal from Lukaku! He literally just put it in wide, but he should have scored. I think quite a lot of people would have said that they could have scored that goal, but he should have scored. If we scored that goal, I could see us winning. I could see Spurs getting on the back track and maybe getting another goal or something like that. It was just Spurs looked really nervy in that first half until the last 10 minutes where they started growing into the game. But yeah, after that Lukaku chance, we did have another chance. Matic, I think Matic volleyed the ball, but it came off one of the defenders and it went to a corner, but it almost went in. It was almost no goal, pretty much. But that was another great chance for United to go 1-0. But then after that, after that is the second half, and second half we just came out a different side. All of a sudden we just came undone, and first corner, Trippier put a great ball in for Harry Kane, and Harry Kane just bossed Phil Jones at the back, and Phil Jones just got pushed around, and Harry Kane put a brilliant header to the top left-hand corner. And why you always say you should always have a person on the post. I think Lukaku was supposed to be on the post, or not. I'm not too sure, but if Lukaku should have been on the post, I think, from the goal. It's just bad defending from our set piece, from their set piece, and from that they scored. So Harry Kane scored. So then that was 1-0. 5 minutes into the second half, and then literally another couple minutes later, Lucas Moura had a great. Lucas Moura had a great goal. It was a ball put forward towards Eriksen, and Eriksen just made a great run down the right hand side, and yeah, he just completely put a great ball in, and Moora got to the ball straight away and got the goal. So then that was that. So then we made a couple of substitutions. Obviously we were 2-0 down. We kind of got into it a bit more after we went 2-0 down. You know, we had controlled a bit more, but we controlled the ball a bit more. But then after that, it was pretty poor. From that, we made like substitutions. We brought on Fellaini, which I thought was the wrong decision. I thought he would have brought on what's his name? I would have thought he would have brought on Rashford instead of Fellaini. I believe he brought on, who else did he bring on? He brought on McTominay for Herrera, which was a bad one because McTominay was just looked, oh my days, McTominay just didn't look great. I'm not too sure even if he's a centre back. That's how bad he was that game when he came on. And also he brought on, I'm trying to think who else he brought on. He brought on McTominay. He brought on Fellaini, and he brought on Sanchez, didn't he? And they've just scored. He brought on Sanchez, which he didn't really make any contributions really. I think by that time it was just poor from us really. But the standout player from that game was Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw played really well on that left hand side. I think if he can keep going, he can really get it. He can cement his place as the left back. But he had a really good game. And even Mourinho said he had a really good game. Oh, go on, Luke Shaw. Oh, unlucky. Luke. It just looked so. It looked like the old Luke Shaw. That's how good he was. But I think I don't think Mourinho will play Herrera as a centre back again. I've gone for Smalling and Matic. Now I've put Matic as a left-handed side centre back just because obviously he's left-footed. If you can't play Matic there, play Rojo there. I know Rojo's a bit of a worry, but obviously we haven't got a centre back who can play that left-handed side. I mean, we've got like 6 centre backs that are right-footed. Well, I think we've got 5 centre backs that are like right-footed, and then like we've only got 1 left-footed, which is Rojo, obviously. But I'm not too sure. But yeah, so we lost the game 3-0, and it's just a poor game, really, from United in that second half. And Mourinho didn't really help himself in the press conference after that. He kind of walked out saying like respect, just because he won he won 3 titles, but more than anyone else. But then I was like, well, Arsene Wenger won like 3 titles, didn't he? And like everyone else, like. Well, I guess like the current managers, yes, but I just don't get. Oh my god, what the hell's that? Sorry about that. Someone going on. Yeah, so he didn't really help himself, and quite a lot of the United fans are saying, get him out and stuff like that. I'm not really getting like Mourinho out, but if we lose to Burnley, there is something wrong with this team. Obviously Burnley, they haven't won this season yet, so. I think they lost last Sunday 4-2 to Fulham. So it's going to be. I really hate that person who's working outside. But yeah, this game we must win it. If he doesn't win it, there must be serious question marks over Mourinho. But like all the board. Oh, what a goal from Sanchez! Like all the papers, like all the media's come out and said Edward has got the main. He's got the backing of like Ed Woodward and stuff like that, and apparently there's supposed to be a plane saying Ed Woodward out this weekend against Burnley, but I don't know whether or not that'll happen or not. But it's just going to be an interesting game because obviously Burnley have had the Europa League qualifiers this week as well. So that is that, and also this week we've had the what am I trying to think of? We've had the UEFA Champions League draw as well. We've got Juventus, Valencia, and Young Boys from the Swiss side, Young Boys. So that's going to be quite interesting. Obviously, we're going to have Ronaldo returning to Old Trafford again, but not in Real Madrid colours. I think we can get through the group stage, but you never know with the Champions League, just like last season. We went out of the Champions League group stages. Oh no, we didn't. We lost to Sevilla, didn't we? We didn't go out. We just lost to Sevilla. But I reckon we could go through the group stages, but it's going to be a very hard group for us. But yeah, talking about this Sunday, obviously we've got Burnley at Turf Moor. Like I said earlier, they haven't won in their last 3 games, in their last 4 games. Well, they haven't won in their last 3 games of the Premier League, so there is question marks about them. But I reckon they might turn up like Brighton did against us. But then again, we didn't really turn up either. I still think we should go with the 3 at the back situations. I thought we would have played really well against Tottenham in that first half. If we can keep that, finesse up, and actually like attack, pretty much attack, really. Burnley, I could see us like sweeping Burnley 3 or 4-0, but at the moment I just don't know what we can do. there'll be question marks if Martial isn't on the bench again. Obviously, I think today is the transfer window closes for everyone as well, so it's going to be interesting to see if we lose anyone today, but I doubt we will. Talking to Martial, apparently there's a new 5-year contract going to Martial, just because apparently he thinks that he can outlast Mourinho. I did that with the speech marks. He can outlast Mourinho, but I don't know. Martial, it would be nice to see Martial start this weekend, to be honest. But maybe as a striker, not as a left-hand side. What? How's that not a back pass? He just kicked it back to him. Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, I'll be interested to see if he starts Rashford instead of Sanchez up top. But I think he will play, the same. Oh, that should be a goal or not. Hopefully he'll play, the same kind of formation that he played against Spurs. But it's going to be very interesting to see. So scoreline for this weekend, I reckon anything can happen. I reckon, something might happen. I reckon something will happen this weekend, but I'm not too sure if we'll win or lose. I'm just... How have we not scored there? I was cleared off the line 3 times there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's hard to call, really, because you don't know what Man United is going to show up. I hope it's like the first half of against Spurs that the United show up, and if we can get a few goals in that first half against Burnley at Turf Moor, that'll be great. And it would be nice to see if De Gea makes a couple good saves as well and keeps a clean sheet against Burnley. So I'm gonna go 2-0 United. I reckon it won't be a good game. I reckon it'll be might be a poor game against Burnley. But I reckon we'll get our back on winning ways and just hope for the best, really. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Man United. Not too sure on the scores. Hopefully Lukaku needs a goal in him. But yeah, so anyway, guys, I'm actually going to end it here for today. So please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, I'm going. Bye. I know, guys, thank you for watching my video. Hit me up on Twitch and Twitter, and don't forget to watch the playlist down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.